The city of Manhattan, bustling with energy and lined with gleaming cars, had a rhythm of its own. Among the sleek vehicles cruising its streets were high-performance sports cars, often a status symbol for the city's elite. Crown Motors, an exclusive dealership, catered to this clientele, millionaires and celebrities who sought luxury in its purest form. But one fateful day, an unexpected visitor would challenge everything the dealership stood for and leave everyone in awe. Nathan Carter, a 39-year-old tech entrepreneur and recent owner of Crown Motors, walked into the dealership, but not in the way most owners might. Nathan wasn't just a car enthusiast, he had a deeper purpose. He wanted to see if the space he now owned treated everyone equally, regardless of their background, attire, or perceived status. Dressed casually in jeans, sneakers, and a plain t-shirt, Nathan entered Crown Motors undercover. His plan? To observe how the staff treated someone who didn't fit their typical profile of a wealthy client. The moment Nathan stepped inside, the room seemed to shift. Salespeople glanced at him, their expressions ranging from curiosity to condescension. Nathan wandered over to admire a stunning Lamborghini Huracan Spider, its price tag well over $300,000. Before he could get a closer look, he was intercepted. Josh Miller, a seasoned salesman with an air of self-importance, stepped forward. His expensive suit and overconfident demeanor suggested he believed himself indispensable to the dealership. "Can I help you?" Josh asked, his tone sharp and dismissive. "Yes," Nathan replied calmly. "I'm interested in this Lamborghini." Josh's eyes scanned Nathan's attire. "That's one of our most expensive models," he said, his voice dripping with skepticism. "Are you sure you're in the right place?" Nathan maintained his composure. "I'm sure I am," he replied. Josh smirked and crossed his arms. "Well, to drive something like this, you need to understand the financial commitment involved. It's not for everyone." Nathan, undeterred, responded, "Don't worry about me. I'd like to take it for a test drive." Josh chuckled, the sound laced with disbelief. "We don't offer test drives to just anyone," he said before walking off, muttering something to a colleague, who laughed along with him. Nathan, used to being underestimated, stood his ground. Minutes later, Josh returned. "Unfortunately, that car isn't available for a test drive. Maybe you'd like to look at something more accessible." Nathan raised an eyebrow. "More accessible?" he asked. "Why would you assume I can't afford this car?" Josh shrugged, attempting to mask his prejudice. "It's not personal. I'm just being practical." Sensing the need for intervention, Sophie Alvarez, a Latino administrative assistant, approached Nathan discreetly. Her warm and genuine smile was a stark contrast to Josh's arrogance. "Can I help you?" she asked softly. "Yes," Nathan said. "It seems like service here is only for the right people." Sophie sighed, her discomfort evident. "I'm sorry about that. It's not the first time I've seen Josh act this way. He thinks he can decide who deserves attention." Nathan appreciated her honesty. "Do you think the manager would approve of this behavior?" Sophie hesitated. "The manager is reasonable, but often complacent. You could talk to him." Nathan thanked Sophie, but had another plan. When Josh returned, Nathan stood firm. "I still want to drive this car," Nathan said. "Is it available or not?" Josh, clearly irritated, replied, "I'm not authorizing this test drive for you. If you want, I can show you something simpler." Nathan's patience wore thin. "Then I'd like to speak to the manager." Minutes later, David Cross, the dealership manager, approached, looking confused. "Is there a problem?" David asked. "There is," Nathan said calmly. "I'm Nathan Carter, the new owner of this dealership. I came here today to observe how customers are treated, and your employee here has failed miserably." The room fell silent. Josh froze, his face pale. Sophie's eyes widened in admiration. "New owner?" Josh stammered. "That's right," Nathan said. "And now, I'd like to discuss how this place will be run from now on." David scrambled to apologize. Mr. Carter, I'm so sorry about what happened. We had no idea you'd be visiting today. Nathan's gaze was unwavering. Who I am doesn't matter. What matters is that every customer is treated with respect. And that clearly didn't happen here today. Turning to Josh, Nathan said, "You've shown you're not fit to represent what I want for this dealership. Pack your things and leave." Josh tried to defend himself. It was a misunderstanding. "I can change." "Change is important," Nathan interrupted. "But you've already demonstrated you're not aligned with the values I expect here." Josh left in silence, while Nathan addressed the staff. "This dealership now has a bigger purpose," he began. "From today, every person who walks in here will feel respected and valued, no matter their appearance or what they're wearing." Turning to Sophie, he added, "Sophie, your professionalism and empathy stood out today. That's why I'm promoting you to supervisor." Sophie's jaw dropped. "Me? Supervisor?" "Yes," Nathan said, smiling. "Because you represent the future of this dealership." Weeks later, Crown Motors reopened with a new team and a philosophy rooted in inclusion. Nathan hosted a community event to showcase the dealership's transformation, emphasizing that luxury was about respect, not just price. In an interview, Nathan said, "Change begins when we stand up for what's right. Luxury is about how we treat people, and that's what Crown Motors represents now." What would you have done in Nathan's place? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more inspiring stories. Together, we can drive change. One story at a time.